I just want to give opportunity. If there's no one, that's cool. But you know, if some of you listen, you felt God say something that just so encouraged your heart, and maybe you hadn't thought about it like that before. 5, 6 people, if that's you and you just want to encourage others, because this is so encouraging. If there is, just come right now up to the side station, come up here, and I want you to share it just to encourage. What is God saying? Because what God is saying to you, He might be wanting to encourage someone else with. So if there's anybody, come right now. Come right now. Come on, be bold if God's spoken something to you. Fantastic. Come on, yeah. Come on, if there's more of you.
Just before you started talking, I had my eyes closed through the whole song, and then I looked next to me and I seen this girl crying, and it really touched me, and then I started crying, of course. And you were asking for God to talk to us, and He did. He gave me, I don't know, I'm speechless. He just gave me this massive heart and a diamond, and a year ago or something like that, I was with Zoe at church, and some guy I'd never talked to before came up to me, and he just told me that I'm like a diamond, you know, I'm that special to God. And I only just realized how far I've drifted away from God, and He's just telling me to come back and that He really does love me. And yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. If there's a few more of you, just keep on coming.
I just felt that God wanted me to say that He thinks that you're all amazing and beautiful and incredible and just so indescribable, and He loves you all just so much, and that no matter if you didn't see anything or you didn't feel anything, it's probably because you know in your heart that you know that you don't need to be shown that, because He already thinks that you're amazing, and that you know that He thinks you're amazing. And He created you, He just loves you so, so much. And if you already know that maybe you didn't see it. And I just wanted to say that because maybe you were worrying that you didn't see it. But He thinks you're just so amazing and beautiful and incredible.
I saw something from God today that really made me feel quite good. It was a vision of me walking by moonlight down a path, meaning that I'm going in the right direction that God wants me to, and I'm following His pale light and I'm walking out of the darkness into the moonlight.
That's fantastic.
I don't want this to sound cliche or whatever, but over like my high school life, I've just been too worried about my image and stuff, and it's really got in the way of me and God. And it's just wanted to say that we're all beautiful, and the image doesn't matter.
God showed me a massive diamond on a sort of like on a pedestal, and then He showed my face in that diamond, and then He showed that diamond breaking into more diamonds and just spreading out.
Yeah, God's just spoken to me over the last couple of days that just over all you guys that just put 100% in, because last year, I've been coming back for years and years and hasn't got into me, but last year when I had Trina and Johnny just kept pushing me, and I think you just got to give 100% in all your kids and just all your friends, because if they didn't push me, I wouldn't be here right now. So I just think even if you think a kid can't do it, just put in that extra effort. even if a kid's sitting on the corner, I even see my brother before, man, you're awesome. Like, you had a couple of your kids sitting on the chairs there before, and when we come up to worship, like, you just went up to them and grabbed their hand and bring them up, because that's what it's all about, being a team and just bring it all together.
Well, I saw it was like a barren kind of wasteland, and like there was this rock, and then like I stepped up onto it in like full armor and that, and then like all these other guys of God just like they kind of stepped up behind me, and there's like this massive army of God, and then like we just like rushed into battle against like the kind of armies of hell and that, and like demons and that, and yeah, like after the battle was over, we'd won, and like I just saw like the barren wasteland just like turned into like this lush kind of forest, and yeah.
Barren wastelands or lush forest. Thank you, brother. Fantastic.
So God gave me a picture, and it was a picture of myself surfing. I don't really like surfing. I've had some horrible experiences with surfing in the past, but it was just this perfect, pristine barreling wave, and I was in the middle of it with this massive smile on my face, and then I looked up and realized that the wave was God, and he was actually had just surrounded me, and the path ahead of me through the barreling wave was just clear.
Just come on up, girls.
So for me, I saw me just standing there by myself in a massive room and getting kind of nervous and worried and taking deep breaths, and then I just saw God just, I don't really know what it was, but something just opened its arms and just swallowed me. And whilst I was in there, I was like, I had jewels put on me. I had like headpieces on. I had the best clothes, and I just felt so special.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. We'll have these last few people come, and then we'll have to encourage over supper, share it with each other. This is great. Those ones that are up here.
God showed me, I was walking along like a riverbank with like a lily or something, like a white lily in my hand. And I put it in the river, and it was like, I don't know, and I felt peaceful. And I think that what it meant for me was on a first night when I reconnected back with God, and I just felt all this peace rush through me like a river.
Thank you.
God was just telling me that it doesn't matter what anyone thinks of you. It doesn't matter what your parents think of you. It doesn't matter what your friends think of you. It matters what God thinks of you. Like, at the end of the day, He's the one that judges you. He's the one that says, you're perfect, you're mine, I made you. And if your parents, if your parents think, you shouldn't do things like that, you shouldn't go to church or whatever, you go, you do that because God wants you there. If your friends say, I'm not going to hang around you because, you're on God's side, I don't want to be on God's side, come on, that's not cool. It is cool, it's amazing, it's awesome. God is awesome. I love God. I love God.
I think she loves God.
I just felt God just telling me that there's this message that I have to get out straight away, otherwise it's just really important. I just feel like He's telling me to tell all the girls in this room that you're beautiful and you're perfect and you're loved and you are strong.
Thank you so much.
God showed me a picture of a book, just a big black book in the middle of a table. And I opened the book and there's nothing in it. I've asked God, what's up with that? There's nothing in this book. He's turned around and said, it's your book, it's your destiny, and you write your own destiny in life. And no matter what anybody does to you, you can get through it with God. With the mighty Father on your side, you can accomplish anything in this world.
Well, God tricked me a bit. I was expecting to see, me as a warrior or something manly, and then he brought to me a beautiful flower. I went, oh, okay, that's interesting. But then I saw all these beautiful flowers coming up next to me, and they were just going for miles and miles, and that's all you guys. And they were different colours, they were different types of flowers, but they were all beautiful to God. And then I had a picture of some bees coming down and taking that nectar from the flowers, and whether that's people in your world, wherever wherever you are, you might be at ballet, it might be at footy, wherever it is, maybe those non-Christians or Christians coming to your flower, and you're just to stand there strong and just stay upright. And God wants you just in those tough times with your withering a bit, just try and get your head up, stay up, and yeah.
I was walking on a path and I fell over, and then God just reached down and helped me back up and kept me going on the same path.
That's fantastic. That's great.
God didn't show me a picture, but when you started talking, I just got this feeling, and I got pins and needles in my hands and my feet, and I just got the feeling that God is with me, and God knows what I'm going to do when I'm older, and that God knows what I am and what I'm going to do and all that.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Well, he showed me, as you were speaking, he showed me 2 different images of one of me younger when I'd moved to Frankston in the first place. I never really had much friends and a whole bunch of crap that I received from people in my school. And then he showed me an image of myself about recently when I'm surrounded by God, because I'm opening up to him and people around me are supporting me and pushing me towards him.
Thank you. I'm sure many of you had God give you something. Let me ask you, hold on to it. Can see God moving on people right now. Hold on to what God says, because you're going to get people screaming in your ear. You're going to get people telling you what you are, what you're not. And many times, as I said, remember what I said yesterday? What is a lie? Anything different to what God says. You gotta believe what God says. You gotta hold on to it. You gotta hold on to it. I want you to encourage each other over supper and in your rooms tonight. Start to talk about that.